everything it is for me is expression of your imagination and what you think in your mind, expressing in 2 dimensions.
I mean, okay, well, because nowadays art has been kind of
Mix the color like that.
complicated.
We don't know. But they say it's a fantastic work. You do some of Picasso's work.
But today you can just pour paint on the canvas and say it's art.
Exactly.
What is
How
that?
you look at it? I was shocked and so because why? Modern art, modern art. And you know what kind of price? Because it's Picasso's one. You throw, so they said, $1 million.
When I look at a Picasso painting, right, I don't really like. It's not really my thing.
Yeah, for me also.
I think art also, right, has like you say, you know, like the exceptional kids break the rules.
Yeah.
So I think art also is the same way.
Yeah.
You know, that's why today, even making that piece, right, I feel like when I look at a painting, I cannot. I feel like you are not using anything here.
Painting is what is there.
Also, it is
See,
like through time.
Painting is what is there. This one, what is not there. Where is this in nature? Correct. Where is it?
Right.
See,
Creating things that don't exist.
I mean, it shows your mind.
Right.
The lady also said, oh, you so detailed, so... Yeah,
Because to me, right, like Da Vinci, Michelangelo, all these fellas, Raphael, all these fellas, right, they literally went from sculpting to painting, meaning they did their own paint. Even the canvas also, they put their own thing up there. It was revolutionary. So today, if you do the same thing, Da Vinci will look at you and be like, what are you doing? You are literally...
That time, no cameras. They were virtually taking a picture.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
In their mind and putting in paper.
Yeah, exactly. But like...
But they are all life, existence in nature. Mona Lisa, lady. So,
you know, the Mona Lisa to me, right, like, I read the history about the Mona Lisa. To me, it was just the feeling Da Vinci had painting the Mona Lisa. That's why to me it's amazing. Also, today, Mona Lisa has become such a big thing because the fellow went and stole the painting out of the museum. And then it got missing for almost 2 years until they found it back. So it became, the price, the value of it became crazy.
yeah.
I mean, if you go to the Vatican, the whole ceiling is painted.
I went, but you went.
Yeah, I went. I saw it myself. I was in awe.
You go to the Sistine Church, you see the top. How they paint, my God.
The fellow apparently lost his eyesight painting it.
Yeah.
Michelangelo, is it?
Michelangelo, yeah.
Apparently he lost his eyesight doing this for like months.
Fantastic, huh? See the Adam and Eve, the hen, then the Last Supper, hell, all this will do. So they were actually putting their imagination, taking a picture and trying to put it in paper.
Also, you have skill.
Oh.
You have like a skill of capturing something.
Just like a good photographer.
You have to be talented in a way.
Oh, that was
I
fantastic.
mean, if you study Da Vinci, painting, I think is his most basic thing. Da Vinci was into like light, electromagnetics.
Yeah,
He was an inventor.
yeah.
Colors,
Yeah,
prism,
I'm trying to fly and
all that. He was an innovator. He was a creative.
Exceptional case.
Painting
Not
was
only
just
a painter, no.
That was the basic for him.
Yeah.
Basic only for him. Like Darwin also drew all these things, but it was very basic for him. So
you're learning, reading.
yeah, but I would say these people are also exceptions in society. Einstein is an exception.
Yeah.
Da Vinci is an exception.
Yes.
They are not normal human beings. How can you say they are normal human beings?
Extra power.
But you see what we are trying to do? We are trying to turn everyone into normal human beings.
It is wrong. And who changed the world? They. Einstein, Newton, art.
They
They
break the
changed.
rules.
One fella.
I would say Shoghi Effendi is an artist.
Yeah. See how he writes.
Apparently, when he wrote, he write it in curves.
Yes, correct. Right.
He has like
Yes.
some sort of geometry in
Correct.
his writing.
Yes.
I've seen his writing, it's like
Artistic,
rainbows here, then
artistic
rainbow like this, then rainbow like that.
Correct.
What is that? Well, people today look at it and say you're dyslexic, something wrong with you, don't know how to write in a straight line.
Today they all know what he did. I was amazed at the way he was writing. How did he think?
No, it's like
That is one thing. The words he puts. Fantastic. The sentence, like one sentence is half a page. And the words, I was looking, how?
one sentence, half a page.
Half a page.
Oh, he can continuously go on.
Yes.
Oh.
You see, God passes by, you say, promise days come, advent of divine justice. I was like, what this learner? How he did this learner? And he sent the book to his professor in English in London. The professors look at him and say, couldn't find any. I'm saying it's Dawnbreakers after I translated.
Shoghi Effendi translated the Dawnbreakers.
Yeah. And sent to Josh Townsend, who was an expert in this English literature.
In London.
Later, they appointed him as the hand of the cause.
Right. You gotta have some sort of like a artistic expression.
Language is an art.
But today in schools, we always separate.
Never mind. Now the art is of a different way. Video, art.
Not only that, like so many.
What I'm saying is that art evolves into different things now.
Right.
Last time writing was an art. Now it's still an art, but other arts have come. Photography, filming, dancing, there's so many things.
Would you say like the moment it kind of breaks a certain rule, then it becomes art? Or would you say like, how would you define art?
I won't say break rules.
How
say
would you
it
define art?
It is progress to new dimensions.
I tell you this piece and all the pieces I'm making, I'm trying to capture light.
Why you want to do that?
Because to me like light is like, because vision is all light.
Yeah,
You cannot see anything when there's no light.
that's what Einstein. What is your thing? You know how he's imagining? Do you know about his imagination? He imagined he was sitting in the way of light and time.
Right, from the sun to earth,
Yeah.
like he was sitting on the beam. Right, the ray.
That's not how you came with E is equal to mc square.
Right.
Because C is light, speed of light. E is energy, m is mass, c square, speed of light square.
Right, he understood the speed of light, like it's
Yeah.
coming from what I'm looking
Yeah.
back to my eyes.
See? So finally he
That's
said,
crazy.
imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Einstein.
That's where the art comes in,
Yeah.
imagination.
If he didn't imagine, he wouldn't have come with the formula.
Right. Knowledge, intelligence,
Yeah.
imagination, art.
Yeah. If he imagined, that is why. How did he come with relativity? Imagination. Nothing is static, everything is moving, relative to one another. That's theory of relativity, simple as that. And you use the train going, you're watching the train. Train is moving. Inside the train, people are moving.
Ah, right.
So, I mean, the movement is relative to something.
Right.
That is how the theory of relativity came.
Related,
Yeah.
relative, relate.
See, that's why I use the example. Say if you are in a plane,
Mm.
okay? First, the plane is moving with the earth, right?
Right.
One movement.
Mm.
Then the earth is
Also spinning.
spinning and moving.
Right. Right.
It's spinning, you're also moving the spin, moving, you're
Around
also
the sun.
moving.
Around the sun.
And in the plane is moving,
right.
and you are moving in the plane. Can you imagine that?
Right. That's kind of crazy.
You see? How many movements are there?
Right.
All relative to something. See, spinning of the earth, the plane is following the earth and it's spin, right?
Mm.
Correct.
Mm.
And it's spinning and moving.
Mm.
So, relative to going
Right.
around the sun.
Right. Right.
Then the plane is moving.
Right.
The earth is spinning, the earth is moving, plane is moving.
Right. Right.
And you in the plane sitting and moving up and down. See the whole thing.
So in a way, you can say your movement in the plane is relative to
Yeah.
the Earth's, like Earth spinning, Earth moving
Yeah,
around the
all
sun.
is relative to all that. You are not only, the plane is moving. The plane is moving with the earth. Plane is also moving. And you are walking and moving. Suddenly it occurred to my mind. Oh,
That's why Einstein said the fabric of space.
Yeah.
Because like one thing moves there, this one also gets affected because
Yeah.
it's related.
That is why everything is connected. Must read them, Einstein's ideas.
Which is very artistic, you know.
Yeah.
Because you cannot like imagine the fabric of space.
Yeah.
Space is like open.
Open, correct.
It's not like a fabric even, but he's putting that as like a metaphor lah.
You're right. Interesting.
You have to be artistic in a way to
Yeah.
kind of break the
Yeah.
second dimension or the other dimensions.
That's why I call natural medicine art and science. The art is how you deal with the people.
Ah.
Science is how you develop. See how I talk to the patient. That's an art. Correct.
Right.
And how I give, that is science.
Yeah, because somebody who looks at a painting or any art piece and gets a feeling, let's say a goosebump, or like brings you somewhere or something like that.
Yeah.
There's some form of
Effect on
effect. Like it could be healing effect, can be detrimental effect, can be so many things.
I've seen many times when I'm talking something. The fellow will say, hey, my goose pimples. Touching, they call it. Touches our soul.
I just went into, I think this is just a beginning for me because I'm looking at light, and then light is how colors come.
Yeah.
Colors come from light, nowhere else.
Yeah. You bring the light wave, all colors.
And that is the only visible thing we see from light.
Yeah.
Apart from that, all we have ultraviolet, infrared,
Yeah.
X-ray,
Yeah.
gamma ray, other stuff that we haven't really figured out,
Not fully.
In the spectrum of light that we have figured out, there's only very little.
Yeah.
Like we've got like radio waves,
Yeah.
electromagnetic waves, which is what
Yeah.
we're using Wi-Fi and all this for. I feel in my head, it's infinite,
Yeah. Correct. Infinite is a
We
right.
just haven't figured out all the other waves after that.
Correct.
And that's how we will be able to connect in the future. See, now we're using electromagnetic
Yes,
waves
correct.
to connect. Wi-Fi, satellite, or GPS, all that is electromagnetic waves.
Agree, correct.
Then we figure out the other one, we will connect differently, I mean, just sit here and think you already know, like I'm calling you.
There are other forces which you don't understand how it works. That's why people can imagine suddenly you can move.
Like apparently gamma ray, right? How they figured out last time, the light was going through the prism and then it was splitting the
Yes.
thing. So we have the rainbows on the table. One scientist, I think Newton's time, one fellow accidentally left a thermometer beside the rainbow and then found out the temperature is increasing. Don't know why. Figured out gamma ray.
See?
Accident.
Yeah. There are so many things,
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I told you, we're just at the tip of the iceberg.
And it's so artistic to me.
Yes.
The moment we figure it
That
out.
is why even the Indians, dancing, Shiva dancing one. Art. The universe is an art. It's a moving art.
So like the dance of the movement of the planets.
Yeah. Cosmic dance.
Which is what astrology is, right?
Yeah, right.
People say like nowadays, like they say if Mercury is in retrograde, meaning like if it's closer to Earth,
Yeah.
then it will affect you differently.
Yeah.
Like women on the period or something like
Correct,
that. Don't know
correct.
what goes on.
Correct.
Huh? It's all true.
That is why the word lunatic has come.
Lunatic. Oh, lunar.
Full moon, the blood is different.
Yeah, like the theory of the werewolf. Apparently, like you full moon, you become like psycho because like the gravity of the earth pulls your body
Yeah,
fluid up, and then
correct.
you become a little bit crazy. Thailand all got full moon festival.
Yeah.
They just party on the beach in the full moon, acha. Then you get a little bit like loose, like.
That's how the word lunatic came. The gravity of the moon affects.
So, full moon means it makes you, I would say what, like loose, like crazy, in a way, Acha?
A
Does
bit
it really?
different like your behavior.
Really, huh?
Ah.
But not like completely
No, no,
off the
very-
scale.
Some people are more susceptible, some are